not only are other people going to believe it, but you are going to eventually believe it. Literally nobody can take that away from you. Nobody knows if it's real or not. And that is the realest fucking shit she ever said on the show. How would you believe what someone else is saying about you as your own? Spend time with yourself, learn to love yourself. Okay, is this thing rolling? Hell yeah, it is. Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm really starting this again. This is crazy. If you've never seen me before, hi, I'm Chloe. It's so nice to meet you. And today we're gonna film a little get ready with me. Sorry, I'm looking for my clips right now. Let me actually talk to you guys. I have my phone right here, and today I'm gonna be telling you literally how I transform my confidence. Now, let me preface this by saying I am nowhere near perfect, but I will say that I have been able to, especially coming out of high school, I've really shifted my mindset and I've worked on shifting my mindset. So I have my phone right here. I have a list of things that I've written down, but let me not rant anymore and let's just get right into this. I'm gonna start by, when I do my makeup, I don't really pull my hair back very much. And also if you see me looking over the camera, it's because my mirror is behind this. Let me make sure this is clear. Okay, I'm gonna start by mixing these two products right here. This is the La Roche-Posay, their daily moisturizing cream, and then I'm gonna take the Vanna Cream sunscreen. I prioritize my sunscreen so much because, oh, there's a train going by. I prioritize my sunscreen so much because, you know, even if there's not too much sun, if it's light outside, there is still some kind of rays, and I just want to make sure that this is all mixed in. I sound so like beauty guru of me. Let me shut up. Okay, so while I start our eyebrows here, let's talk into the first thing that I want to get into, and a lot of this might sound really redundant, and you've probably heard it before, but I'm gonna explain why it actually works. Oh my god, there's so many trains going by. Also, doing my brows, I just use the e.l.f. pomade, and I just slick my eyebrows down. I don't really fill them in or do anything crazy with them. I literally just fill them, slick them down like that, and just like that. So the first thing that I really want to talk about is you really have to stop caring what people think. And of course, this is something that everyone has heard before. House Labs foundation, this stuff is amazing, especially if you have oily skin like me. You've definitely probably heard that before. We'll just stop caring what people think. We'll stop caring what people think. And understandably, that's a lot more easier said than done. I think especially the problem is, at least that I discovered, that in high school, especially me, I went to a pretty small high school. It wasn't tiny, but it wasn't big by any means. And I would say mostly everyone knew who everyone was, which in some cases is really nice. Obviously, you know, it's kind of small kind of vibes, but problem is that everybody knows everybody, and I think to a level you don't really have privacy. So I think it's very easy to get into this cycle of caring what people think because you know everybody and everybody knows you know what I mean? And obviously in high school, rumors are very common, you know, it's nothing new, right? This foundation is so good. I'm looking in my viewfinder, this stuff is so nice. So it's very easy to get caught up in a cycle of, you know, caring what people think. I totally get it, I did too. But you have to understand, once you get out of high school, none of that matters anymore. None of that matters anymore. People are now off, they're doing their own thing, and frankly, they really shouldn't give a fuck about what you're doing. This is gonna be the Say Cream Bronzer. So hopefully this gets in focus. There we go. This stuff is so beautiful. The formula is so nice. Bronzers is one of my favorite products, and this is the only thing that I've found to really like. And then I'm just gonna use this really dense brush right here. Anyway, so I definitely understand it's hard in high school to not care what people think. Once you get out of that environment, and you know, because obviously once college comes around, everyone's going off and everyone's doing their own thing. So I totally understand, but you have to know that, you know, all of that kind of situational stuff is utterly temporary. It's not a permanent thing, 100%. Even if once you get out of high school, even if you stay in your hometown, I have For the most part, I've stayed in my hometown. I only moved away for a year and then I ended up coming back. And realistically, you know, it just doesn't matter. Stuff just doesn't matter. And on top of that, if someone really cares about what you're doing with your life, that's a reflection of them more than you. So think about it that way. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Ta. Let's see which color I wanna use because I have a couple different colors. I'm gonna do this one. This is Oh She's Different. This one is so pretty. The camera's making it look kind of dark and it is kind of dark, but it comes up a lot lighter. So the next thing is there's a kind of a few like subtopics in this one. This is gonna be just prioritizing my own well-being. So let's talk about this. Prioritizing your own well-being can come in a lot of different forms, like whatever it might be, whether it might be doing your hobbies, putting time into your appearance, whatever it might be. Let's see what I wrote down here. So I just put doing things for myself and enjoying my own time. My dog is sitting on my bed. I don't know if you can see her. No, you literally cannot even see her. So for me, that's just spending time with myself. And that kind of ties into my other sort of point, is just spending time with yourself. Especially like back then, I'm really relating a lot of this to coming out of high school because that's where my mindset shift kind of happened. So apologize if that's redundant, but that's really where a lot of this comes from. I'm putting on the NARS concealer. This is such like good concealer and I don't put a ton of it on. You can see like I don't have that much of it on, but this stuff is super creamy. It's amazing. So just spending a lot of time with yourself, like, because think about it this way. If you're spending time with yourself and you enjoy having alone time, literally nobody can take that away from you. I love doing errands by myself. Honestly, I prefer doing things by myself. Of course, I love hanging out with my friends and I love going out and doing things with my friends. But on a day-to-day basis, I really would prefer doing things alone because I spend time with myself and that's not something that, you know, no one can take that from me. You know what I mean? So learn to be by yourself. Obviously, I grew up an only child, so this was a lot easier for me to learn, if that makes sense. But really, like, just spend time alone. Did I drop my beauty blender? I fucking dropped my beauty blender. Fucking hell. You know, it's hard to really explain, but I promise you, it really just makes you more comfortable with yourself if you are able to do things by yourself. I cannot express that enough. Just gonna go ahead and blend everything out here. Let's get on to the next thing. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Fit Me powder. This powder has literally never done me wrong. It's amazing. So to make sure that my creases don't crease, we're just gonna get that all, there we go. Pack this under my eyes as quickly as I can so this all doesn't crease together. So next thing might sound a little stupid because everybody talks about this, okay? Everybody says this. You need to do your affirmations. You need to tell yourself this, and that. No, listen. You need to like talk to yourself that you are the shit. There's a difference between being confident and being cocky. They are different. Confident to me is thinking that just you are not better than other people, but you are still worth it. I'm going in with the Huda Beauty setting powder in Pound Cake. Now, I do not think that I am better than other people. I really don't. I honestly really don't think I'm better than other people. But I do think that I am still worth it, and I've just learned to continuously tell myself these things. Like, if I walk into a room, I tell myself that I am the sexiest person walking into that room. And I might not be, realistically, but I tell myself that. So then eventually now when I walk into rooms, I feel confident about myself walking into that room. You have to repeatedly just tell yourself that you are that girl, you are that person. And again, if you think that about yourself, no one can take that away from you. Anything that you continuously tell yourself, it's something that no one can take away from you, right? Charlotte Tilbury powder or bronzing powder. This stuff is amazing. I've just learned to, every time I'm getting ready, I tell myself that I'm beautiful. I tell myself that I'm gorgeous. I tell myself that, you know, I Like, look at me. Like, God created me this way. Like, I'm fucking beautiful, you know what I mean? And over time, when you tell yourself these things over and over again, you just start to believe it. Like, I can't explain it, but you just start to believe it. Your thoughts are such a manifestation of your reality. Like, I'm not saying you can think about getting a bunch of money and suddenly you're gonna have a bunch of money. I'm not really saying that. But how you perceive yourself and how you talk about yourself is so important to how you view yourself. You know, if you care what other people think, because you might hear something about yourself and you're like, fuck, like, you know, is that true? Like, or whatever, is that really how people see me? But again, you yourself, you know yourself better than anybody else. It's you. It's literally your mind and your body. How would you believe what someone else is saying about you as your own? Everyone has a different perception of you, right? You can't let how people view you influence how you view yourself, because you know yourself best. You quite literally spend the most time with yourself. Picking up what I'm putting down? Now I'm gonna put the powder version on top. Just going very light with it because this stuff is fucking pigmented as shit. So, you know, just take everything what people say with a grain of salt. Again, you know yourself better than anybody else. Don't let people's opinions really influence yourself. Me looking here what I put down. Okay, allow yourself to feel things that make you upset, but do not drown in it. My personal quote that I really try to live by is, you know, to feel it, but not drown in it. I'm putting this Huda Beauty powder, this bronzing powder on my eyelid just to darken up my lid a little bit. This color is picking up really orange on camera. I'm looking in my viewfinder right now, but I promise it's not that orange in person. So obviously you don't have control of everything, and this is something that I've really had to learn over time. It sounds like really self-explanatory, like, no shit, Chloe, you don't have control over everything. But naturally, I think as someone who has anxiety, I think naturally it is hard to, you know, understand that you don't have control over everything. So what I've learned is that when things happen to you, to not think that it is, you know, you're the victim, like, you know, why does bad shit happen to me, yada, no. Just allow it to happen and realize that you can only choose how you react, not what you do with it. I'm gonna go over blush again. I tend to do this sometimes. I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced. This is a Candy Clouds, I think it's called. This color is so pretty. Like, are you kidding me? Look at that. So I'm gonna go over my blush with this just to really deepen the pink, because I fucking love pink. It's so gorgeous. And then what I usually tend to do is finally I like to take my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the brightening powder, just in this color, and I like to just go over and really blend everything together seamlessly. Let people be in your life and let people not be in your life. That sounds kind of weird, but let me elaborate. You do not have control over how people want to be in your life or not. You literally do not have control over it. Everything I'm saying kind of all ties together, because if you're comfortable with yourself and you are okay with being alone and you have that confidence to be alone, then literally nothing that someone does really can phase you at the end of the day. You have to think, and especially when we're young, you know, whether we're in high school or whether we're in middle school or even sometimes whether we're in college, if we're in a very small area, it seems like everything that goes on is like, how do I say? It seems very like end of world if something happens, right? Boyfriend breaks up with you, you lose your best friend, whatever happens, right? But you just have to learn that, you know, like not everything it's just not the end of the world. This is a hard concept to learn. This is something that has taken a while for me to kind of grasp. But again, a lot of it comes down to being comfortable with myself, being comfortable with my own routine, and also just having a routine for myself, right? You know, you have to have your own sense of self, you know, having hobbies for yourself, having routines for yourself that don't involve other people, having your own sense of self, you know what I mean? And I could go into a whole topic about having your own sense of, I mean, I could literally talk about this for hours, for fucking hours. But it's really key. And, you know, again, feeling those emotions and then being like, you know what? But this doesn't affect me. I'm still me. Like, I'm still my own confident self. I still love myself. You know, all of this, everything ties together. I'm gonna now go in with the Milani mascara. This stuff is literally so pretty. It's such an underrated mascara and I love it so much. So I'm gonna do this off camera really quick. It's so good. Like, taking off the extra everything and just, so good. The point with all of this is, and even too, like, a lot of this is me telling you, you should do this, you should do this, do this. But again, confidence is kind of one of those things that people don't know if it's real or not. Let's do a lip combo. I'm gonna do the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk. This color is just universally gorgeous. Like, it looks good on anybody. I love this color so much. The thing about confidence that I have also learned, with all of this being said, is that so much of confidence really is fake it till you make it situation. If you've ever watched Euphoria, actually Maddie said this one time and it really resonated with me. 90% of confidence, however she said it, 99% of confidence is fake. Nobody knows if it's real or not. And that is the realest fucking shit she ever said on the show. Nobody will know if confidence is real or not. You could like be faking it like crazy and really nobody would know if it's real or not. And eventually too, because I've had times where I've needed to fake my confidence. Like, it has not been real and I've had to fake it. But really, it comes down to your energy and how you are portraying yourself. If you walk into a room and you are thinking you're insecure and you're thinking that everybody's looking at you and everybody's judging you, well, then people are gonna see that about yourself. But if you walk into a room or an interview or wherever you're going and you think, you know, you are the greatest, even if you're faking it and you're putting on this persona that you are confident in yourself, not only are other people going to believe it, but you are going to eventually believe it. I'm gonna put oh my gosh, my camera's gonna die. Okay, I'm gonna top off this lip combo with the e.l.f. lip oil in Jam Session. This color is literally stunning. I understand why everybody has it. Like, y'all seeing that? Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. Confidence is one of those things that it takes time and you really just, at the end of the day, just have to embrace yourself. And again, fake it till you make it. It all comes full circle. I can assure you, because I have had to learn. We're throwing some Rare Beauty highlighter on this. Oh my God, my hair. We're throwing some Rare Beauty highlighter on this B. Look at that shine. It's literally insane. Okay, I sound annoying, but this color is so gorgeous. I'm gonna finally top this off with the One Size spray. This literally feels like hairspray on your face, but it keeps everything in place. And I have oily skin, so I can attest to this. Oh my goodness. All right, and that is gonna be the finished look. Remember, learn to love yourself, and I promise the rest will come in due time. I've had to learn myself as well. I've had to teach myself how to love myself. It takes time, but I promise you, in the end, it is so worth it. Stay tuned for more. I love ya. Stay sexy. Bye.